we all come from a history of having obviously challenges to overcome as any other African country. And so we can say that we have the benefit of having started this more than 10 years ago, an agency that focuses on profiling the country and building a reputation for the country, but more importantly, coordinating the overall marketing such that we have a consistent and coherent message across the world, wherever we are. So I think we are gaining the benefits of that, or reaping the benefits of that. But also, I think there are a number of issues that we also work very closely with business, with government, as well as with civil society. We learned a few years ago that we needed to do a lot of internal marketing as well. It's not good enough to just market outside. It's important that your citizenry also understand the competitive challenges facing you out there, and that they also rise to the occasion to help profile and position the country competitively. So I think that's one of the areas that has helped us, and so from the learnings of the earlier years, we've been able to carry this through and to really readjust the way we also do the marketing. If you look at the first one, a few years ago, our tourism marketing agency started a campaign which was about getting South Africans to know South Africa and to travel. So that campaign got South Africans to start traveling. And as they start traveling and becoming tourists themselves, they then understand, you know, the whole psyche and logic behind the tourist experience, and they start to offer a better experience. So that campaign, we called it a short left campaign. It was about saying just take a short trip to anywhere in the country. And we worked with the private sector to make sure that it was accessible. And that really helped. The second one is the diversification. With South Africa now being a member of the BRICS countries, we are focusing on getting travelers and tourists from Asia and the other BRICS markets. And you know, the thought for you here is that if you look at last year alone, we had a significant increase in arrivals in tourists from China as well as India, in excess of, for example, 18% on a quarter-by-quarter basis out of India. Out of China, significantly in excess of 20%. In fact, one quarter we went up to even 38% increase in arrivals. So we believe that those are some of the things that have helped us to realize that we shouldn't focus only on one market, but we should also diversify our source markets. And secondly, that we need to build a strong domestic tourism base. And I think the same applies for trade, business, as well as investment. We have to diversify the markets from which we are sourcing inward investment. We have to diversify the markets with which we are trading. I mean, right now, our trade with the Eurozone is more in excess of 40% or so. And so, obviously, any negative impact on the Eurozone economy will affect us. And so we're fortunate that because of the BRICS markets, 2 or 3 years ago, we started focusing on a policy that says we need to enhance our trade relations with the BRICS markets, but also we need to enhance our trade relations and business relations with the South-South partners. And that, again, is something that is helping bolster our performances as an economy. And then the other thing was to really then go and educate the consumers. So we had quite a number of campaigns, both on television, on print, and competitions as well, to get the consumers to be interested in getting to know their country. But also the campaign was such that it used, obviously, the kinds of language and images and messages that people could relate to. I mean, if we take the short left, it's a normal slang that's used in our townships in the taxi industry, for instance, where somebody says, I just want to take a short ride up to here. And so we started easing people into the idea of being tourists in their own country. And I think those are some of the things that really helped to change mindsets, but to come up with the products that were relevant for the consumers, and at the same time educate the consumers that we can, for a minimal amount of money, visit various places in the country and experience the country.